Have you ever updated 10 different Power Automate flows just because your SharePoint site URL changes? That's what happens when you hardcode the site address into every flow. So now imagine if you design your solution like Amazon, when two people order the same phone, one from Delhi and one from Bangalore. Amazon does not reopen the box and repack it, they just change the label and ship it. That's exactly what environment variables do. They let you change the destination without touching your logic. That means the same app can be deployed to different environments without modifying your app code. Build once, deploy anywhere. So this is frequently asked questions in Power Apps interview. Let's dive in. So we create environment variables in the solution. So these variables are useful when we migrate solutions from one environment to another, say from dev to QA and from QA to production. So why do we need environment? So they provide several benefits. The first is zero touch deployments. So you can move your solution across environments without editing your Canvas app. Second is separation of configuration and logic. Your logic remains separate from the configurations, and your configuration can have URLs, API key, or some feature flags. Third is team safety. So even junior developers can deploy confidently without accidentally connecting to the production data. So your production connection will be different from QA and dev. So how to create an environment? So to create an environment, so we have to go into the solution, and within solution we need to click on new, then select more, then choose environment variables. So this new environment variable tab will be open. So here the first requirement is the display name. Here you will provide the display name of the environment variable. So this will be the internal name. Description will be the optional, and then you need to choose the data type of the environment variable which you are creating. So you may have several options. So you need to choose these data types. So let's first see the use case of each data type. The first one is the decimal. So decimal is to store decimal numbers. For example, if you want to store tax rates or discount, then you use the decimal number data type. Second one is a JSON. This data type will be used to store the JSON objects. When you use the JSON object, then you have to use the parse JSON function to parse the JSON. Okay. The third one is the text. So that can be used to store the strings. For example, you can use them for SharePoint URLs or API endpoints, etc. The next one is a yes or no. So that will be used for the Boolean values. Then you have a data source for data connections. And the last one is the secret. So that can be used for encrypted values like API keys or passwords or Azure function keys. So here now I am creating one environment variable. So whose name is a SharePoint site URL, and I have chosen the text data type. After that you will have two options. The first is the default value and another is the current value. So the default value is used when current value is not provided. So when you won't provide any current value, so the default value will be populated for this environment variable. And for current value, so that will override the default values. So when you migrate your solutions into different environments, so there you will provide the current value which is there for that specific environment. Okay. So now you have to click on save. So this environment variable will be created. So you can see here. So I have created SharePoint site URL environment variable whose owner is Course Elevate, and this is the last modified above. So this is how you can create the environment variables. Just explain all this in the interview. So if you have not still downloaded my Power Apps Intro Question and Answers ebook, just download it. The link is in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.